The ULTRASPORT Network welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Good afternoon and welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It is our second game of the day here on Christmas Eve. We are glad to have you with us. Packed house as the Baltimore Ravens pay a visit to the Houston Texans. And the boos in the stadium have quickly turned to cheers as the home team makes their way out. Baltimore versus Houston. This AFC showdown, we already had the Steelers-Chiefs game. The Steelers, believe it or not, have dropped all the way down to number 5 in the AFC after Kansas City's victory. We'll get into that at halftime. These two teams also battling it out. They're in the playoff picture. As I said, we'll get into that later, but here is the kick. Houston to receive. This will be taken out past the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, and eventually up to the 28. So now the Texans offensive line making their way out to the field, led by C.J. Stroud. 23 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 4,108 yards, and 319 completed passes last season for Stroud. As we get set, Houston with the first possession of this game. Here we go. There's the snap. Stroud fakes the handoff. Will send it to the same man, Joe Mixon. Moves Houston up to the 33, gain of 5 on that play. Second down coming up. And we are underway here in Houston. It's our second game of 3 on Christmas Eve. We'll be in Chicago later as the Seahawks pay a visit to the Bears. Here's the snap, and this is going to be caught. And it's a gain of 2. Houston moving up to the 35. Now on third down and 3. Ravens defense hoping to make the stop and turn over the ball quickly. Handoff, and it's not going to work. Went for the run game, and down goes Joe Mixon. 4th and 3 here for the home team, and the Ravens soon to receive the ball. So we see this again. D'Amico Ryans, you see there on the sidelines, head coach of the Texans. His first possession obviously not working out the way he would have wanted. There's the punt, and this will go for a touchback. And that'll bring Baltimore's offensive line out onto the field for the first time. Lamar Jackson, the quarterback and the leader. He had 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 3,678 yards, and 307 completed passes of 457 attempts in the 2023 season. Ravens got to the AFC Championship, but were defeated by Kansas City. Chiefs would go on to win the Super Bowl, as they hope to do again this year. Would be a historic three-peat for Mahomes, Reed, Kelsey, and company. As we see the first play of the game, first offensive play of the game, I should say, for Baltimore here. Mark Andrews gets the ball, and it's a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 coming up now. There's the snap, and that's gonna get a bit of distance on it. Catch is made by Nelson Aguilar. Baltimore up to their own 45. First down. Doesn't look like we'll see a replay on this, as the Ravens try to keep the momentum going. Trying to keep advancing up the field here. Isaiah Likely will change position. Pass is caught here, and Zay Flowers gets up to the 49. Gain of 6. Baltimore past the 50. 2nd and 4. Just over a minute to play here in the first quarter. There's the snap. This is going to be caught by Flowers again. Moving Baltimore, I should say, up to the 42. First down as we enter the final minute of quarter number 1. Packed house here today at NRG Stadium, despite the fact that it's Christmas Eve afternoon. Glad to have you with us here today as we bring you NFL action. It's the final week of our NFL coverage. As this pass is caught, it's going to be a flag on the play. We'll see what has taken place here. And it is a holding penalty against the Ravens. That's going to be a loss of 10 yards, 1st and 20 on their own 48 coming up now. Would have been quite the gain for Baltimore, one which they will now try to get back in passing formation. There's the snap. Short pass here, but it is caught. And now breaking away is Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry gets up to the 14. First down for Baltimore. And they're able to recoup their losses from that flag. And that looks like it may be the last play of the first quarter. We are scoreless here, but I don't think we'll be for long. 3, 2, 1, and we will be right back here on Christmas Eve from NRG Stadium. Ravens are in the red zone as we enter the second quarter here at NRG Stadium. Baltimore looking for the first score of this game. There's the snap, and this will be caught by Derrick Henry. Henry's going to get up to the 4. First down for the Ravens. He's forced out of bounds. It'll be 1st and goal. If you're just joining us, welcome. We are coming to you from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. Baltimore with the ball after the Texans got the first possession of the game and took it to 4th down. And now Lamar Jackson. Oh, it's incomplete. I believe that was intended for Mark Andrews. Now the Ravens looking for the first score of this game. And we want to say thank you for tuning in on this Christmas Eve afternoon. Our second game of 3 here today will be in Chicago later. 2nd and goal on the 4 for Baltimore. There's the snap. And might be a bit far. It's deflected. It is deflected in the end zone. Good placement there. Baltimore now on 3rd down, and they might have to settle for a field goal here. One more try for Jackson and company. He's throwing it a bit too far. That's the thing with these close end zone passes. He's going to move through. Can he get all the way? Dives into the end zone, and he's just barely in there. Touchdown, Ravens. Lamar Jackson on 3rd down makes his own way into the end zone. And the away team has taken the lead here in Houston. Let's take a look at this again. He just barely gets over the goal line. See that collision. But what works, works. And it is a touchdown for Baltimore. Ravens take the lead. Waiting on the point after now. The kick is up, and it's good. Baltimore 7, Houston 0, 9 plays, 80 yards, and exactly 3 minutes of game time. So C.J. Stroud getting ready to come off the sidelines for the 2nd time today. As I mentioned, Houston had the first possession of this game, and they were unable to do anything with it. Got forced to 4th down by Baltimore's defense. Now we'll be looking for the equalizer. Under different circumstances, it'd already be tied. They'd be looking to take the lead, but Baltimore sort of turning things in their favor with that 4th down, and the Ravens will receive at the start of the 3rd quarter as well. So this could be a runaway for the away team, but we've still got a lot of football to play. Here comes C.J. Stroud with the offensive line. Return is carried out to the 28. Just getting started here in the 2nd quarter. ULTRASPORT rules 4-minute quarters. If you are new to this network. On the 28, there's 1st down, and this will be handed off to Joe Mixon. He gets 4 yards. It's his 2nd rush of the day and his 1st one with a gain, as D'Amico Ryans watches on from the sidelines. Houston moving up to their own 32. The snap on 2nd and 6. Short pass will be caught here, and that's going to carry Houston up to the 47. Receiver, I guess, manages to avoid going out of bounds. And now Houston approaching the 50-yard line. Although Baltimore as well, I suppose. You've got to play defense. So we take a look at this again. John Harbaugh, the legendary coach of the Baltimore Ravens. Watching on as Stroud fakes the handoff. Might be under threat here. Down he goes. Wanted to throw it, it seemed. He goes down on the 38. Loss of 8 yards there. That is big for Baltimore. And if they can, they're hoping to make it 2 possessions and no score for the home team. 2nd and 18 on the 38. There's the snap. Stroud, long, well, not that long, I suppose. 8-yard pass up to the 47. And it's 3rd and 10. Houston back where they started. And coming up to the 2-minute warning here. 3, 2, 1. No snap. And with 2 minutes to go before the half, it is 7-0 in favor of the Baltimore Ravens here at NRG Stadium, which played host to the 2017 Super Bowl, the famous 28-3 game between the Falcons and the Patriots. What a comeback that was. Stroud breaks through past the 40, down on the 36. First quarterback rush of the day for Houston, and it's a 17-yard one. Home team moving up now to the 36. They're past the 50, managing to convert here from 3rd down. And it's been back and forth for Houston on this possession, but they've gotten into the other end of the field. They may have a chance now. Pass caught, and that'll bring them up to the 25. Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining. We've got a minute and change here to go in the 2nd quarter. The snap on 1st down. Pass caught. Out he goes. Dalton Schultz gives Houston 2 yards. They move up to the 23, I should say. 2nd and 8. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff, and now that's a one-handed catch for Schultz. And once more, it's a gain of 2. 3rd and 6 with a minute to play. Houston might be forced to a field goal here. But the Ravens were on 3rd down in their possession, and they were able to score a touchdown from that. There's the snap on 3rd and 6. Stroud almost went down there, managed to get it away in time, and the Texans will use their first timeout as they pick up the 1st down. Houston entering the red zone. Incredible survival there from C.J. Stroud. And now the Texans may have an opportunity to make this level. 1st and 10 on the 13. 55 seconds to play before the half. There's the snap. Stroud waiting. Steps back. Breaks through. Past the 10. Slides down on the 9 for a gain of 4. Second timeout taken here by Houston. And look at this. Just a packed house here on Christmas Eve. Quite a Christmas present. Tickets to a football game. Although I suppose now would be an early Christmas present. This is our second game of 3 here today. Stroud will find a man in the end zone. Nico Collins with the touchdown, and the Texans able to tie this up. Fireworks going off here at NRG Stadium as we take a look at the replay. There's the catch, and 2 going after him, taking him down, but it doesn't matter. Touchdown, Houston, and the Texans back in this game after being forced to 4th down on their first possession. Point after touchdown coming up now. The kick is up, and it's good. 7-7, 11 plays, 72 yards, 2 minutes and 46 seconds of game time. 43 seconds to go before the half. Ravens will get ready for another possession. And I believe they will be receiving to start the 3rd quarter as well. So the advantage is still with Baltimore. They use their time well. If they use their time well and get some big gains, this could be 21-3 by the time the 21-7. I don't know why I was thinking 3. 21-7 by the time the 3rd quarter comes to its end. But you've got to use your time well. 38 seconds, 3 timeouts, as we see Derrick Henry, who's had 48 yards from 2 catches today. 2 for 2 in receiving, targeted twice, made the catch twice. Return carried out to the 29. As Lamar Jackson talks things through with the offensive line. There's the snap. Caught here, and he's still breaking away. Steps out of bounds at the 49. Good start to this possession for Baltimore, and I call that the poor man's timeout. It's what you do when you don't have any timeouts left. You step out of bounds. However, Baltimore still has 3 left, so they're still fine as they move up to their own 49. Andrews will switch places. There's the snap. And Jackson with a short throw here. Henry is quickly taken down at the 44. Ravens use their first timeout as they move past the 50. Gain of 8 on that play. 2nd and 2 coming up. Andrews will switch once again. There's the snap. And this is going to be caught by Rashad Bateman. 2nd timeout being used here by Baltimore as they move up to the 37. Picking up a 1st down here. Like I said, if you use your time well, you can really change the game. Baltimore so far have done so. Can you get 37 yards in 22 seconds? We'll find out. There's the throw, and Derrick Henry down on the 25 as the Ravens use their last timeout. 17 seconds now. Perhaps the time to break out the no-huddle offense. if you can't find a way to get out of bounds. That may be another thing the Texans want to consider defensively, not letting Baltimore get out of bounds. There's the snap. Jackson hoping for a good throw here, and he's just got to throw it out. No receiver as D'Amico Ryans watches on. 10 seconds to play before the half as the Ravens try to take the lead before halftime, and they're going to go for a field goal. 2nd and 10. There's the snap. Kicked from around the 31, and it is good. 10-7. Ravens out to a 3-point lead just before the half. And this is still good for Baltimore. Remember, they will be receiving to start off quarter number 3. They've got a chance there to make it 17-7. 10-point game unless Houston managed to pull something off here. Texans will be hoping for a touchback. And I pose these crazy situations, but here on ULTRASPORT, it really can happen. And we've seen incredible plays this season, and you never know what you're going to see. Anything can happen. Stroud back out with the offensive line. These 7 seconds are either formality or very, very valuable. We'll see what the Texans do with them. And this thrown towards the sideline. Gain of 4. 3 seconds to go. And now comes the time when you just go for it. Send them way downfield and throw for distance. See what happens with the Hail Mary pass. There's the snap. Stroud will throw this out of, well, not entirely out of bounds, but incomplete as we go to the half. Baltimore 10, Houston 7. And welcome into the ULTRASPORT halftime show as we bring you coverage of a game which has major playoff implications in the AFC. We're going to take a look at the playoff picture after today's first game. The Chiefs beat the Steelers 17-10. As a result, Pittsburgh, who were previously number 2 in the standings, they've dropped to number 5. Chiefs stay as the number 1 seed, the projected number 1 seed. They're 13-3. And below them are this game's 2 teams, the Ravens in second, who are 11-4, and the Texans, who are 10-5. Major implications for the postseason in this game. 10-7, the Ravens currently have the lead. But right now we're going to go over to Chicago. As you can see, the snow is indeed coming down as the Seahawks and the Bears prepare to do battle. We will bring you the action from Soldier Field here later tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. But for now, we're going to go back to the field here at NRG Stadium as the Ravens continue to battle the Texans. So the teams re-entering the field. Again, Baltimore will receive to start off the third quarter, and this is a chance to really turn the tables in their favor. If they can score a touchdown here, it'll be a 10-point game. Houston would need 2 possessions to tie, and which would be a touchdown and a field goal. 2 touchdowns to take the lead as we see the kick. And this will be very far, but taken out past the 20, the 25. Actually, just to the 25. Returner gets taken down as Lamar Jackson steps back out onto the field. Baltimore in a 3-point lead. We just saw those AFC playoff picture standings. Ravens would be the number 2 seed if this game, if this regular season were to end today. 133 passing yards for Lamar Jackson, 137 total yards for the Ravens. As you can see, to say that they're favoring the passing game would be a massive understatement. But they are going to go for a rushing play here. It doesn't end well. And it's 2nd and 10. No gain, no loss, so it could have been worse. But Harbaugh out there on the sidelines, still maybe wanting to change the strategy. 2nd and 10. Adjustments being made here. There's the snap. Thrown quickly to Aguilar. And he's going to get past the line. Ravens move up to the 35. Just barely picking up a first down. And Aguilar also avoiding going out of bounds. He seemed to be he was very close there. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Jackson's going to run this himself, and it's a gain of 5. Getting up to the 41. 2nd down coming up. Lamar Jackson had the first touchdown of this game. Had Baltimore's touchdown in this game. Diving into the end zone and giving the Ravens 6 points as we see this caught by, I believe, Mark Andrews. Ravens get past the 50. They're on Houston's 49, moving into the other side of the field as they pick up a first down. Harbaugh, you can see there, looks excited as he gives his orders. Just awaiting the snap. There it is. Handoff here, and Henry finds a way through for 6 yards. Baltimore moving up to the 43. 2nd and 4 coming up now. Changing positions. There's the snap. Handoff again to Henry. He does get past the line. Baltimore moving up to the 38. And now just over a minute to go here in Houston. Well, that may be an exaggeration. Just over a minute in the 3rd quarter. And first down on the 38. There's the snap. Handoff. And it's Henry again, taken down on the 33 as we enter the final minute of quarter number 3. I apologize for the weird call previously there. Second down and 5. Baltimore really turning the tables in their favor here. There's the snap. And this pass will be caught by Rashad Bateman. 3rd and 6. Coming up, not much from that play at all. And Houston may be successful in forcing Baltimore to go for another field goal. If they can do that, then this is going to be a golden opportunity for the Texans to come back and take the lead. But they're going to give it one more try. Jackson fires it away. Oh, deflection! Deflection! 4th and 6. And now you just bring out the kicker. D'Amico Ryans ushering the members of the defensive line off the field. This will be kicked from the 41. They might not even make this. Kick is up. And it's good. Baltimore 13, Houston 7 as we go to the 4th quarter. So we've got an interesting situation here at NRG Stadium as we start the fourth quarter. Ravens forced a fourth down by Houston's defense, and now the Texans with a golden opportunity to pull off a Christmas miracle. Here goes the kick. This is going to be interesting. Past the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25. Down on the 31. Good return there for Houston as C.J. Stroud returns to the field with the offensive line. And this is the chance. 14-13 may very well be the final score of this game. Texans looking to pull off a victory by the skin of their teeth. 84 total yards for Houston today. Bit of a mix. They've got 59 passing yards, so they haven't entirely been favoring the passing game as the other team has. What a throw that was. It's deflected, but it's a good time to take a gamble. First down. Don't have much to lose there. Incomplete pass to keep Houston on their own 31. There's the snap. Handoff here, and Joe Mixon is going to be pushed way back to 28. And just like that, the Ravens may have an opportunity. In my opinion, if you're the Texans and you're on fourth down here, you've got to go for it. But we'll see what they decide to do should it come to that. Game is riding on this possession. That's not far enough. That's going to be fourth down. So we'll see what they do. To me, the decision seems obvious. I've never played professional football, but we'll see. It's going to be a punt. They're going to punt it. So this will get the ball to the Ravens, and the Texans have thrown away their big chance. Lamar Jackson steps out onto the field once again, and just because you got them to fourth down twice doesn't mean you can do it again. But the Texans will hope for a wild card gamble. Should have gone for it on fourth down. At the 20. We await the snap. There it is. And Jackson will take off. He's down on the 28, gain of 8 there. 2nd and 2 coming up now as we get closer to the 2-minute warning. And for the Ravens, it's just a matter of running out the clock. Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining, so that might be a while, but you already see it as the play clock ticks down to the final seconds. There's the snap with 2 remaining. Handoff here to Henry, and that's his 4th rush today, total of 20 yards. Ravens get up to their own 32 as we go to the 2-minute warning with a weird close-up of what appears to be a shoe. Got some interesting cameramen and production folks. 1st and 10 at 32. There's the snap. Jackson fakes the handoff to Henry. He'll manage to get through to the 36 as the Texans use their first timeout. Again, here you just run out the clock. Not quite time to kneel yet. You've got to keep the ball as well. And if you don't, that may give him a chance. Henry's just getting pummeled here. Look at this. Loss of 7. And that'll drive Baltimore back to the 29. And not to get anyone's hopes up, but there may be a Christmas miracle for the Texans after all. And I heavily critiqued them after what we just saw, but Maybe playing it safe with the punt was a good option anyways. 3rd and 13 on the 29. Hand off to Henry, but he's got a clear path through. He'll get to the 50, and the Texans use the final timeout. And with that play, it seems as though the Ravens have secured the win. Look at this. Just wide open for Henry. At one point, I thought he was actually going to go all the way, or at least get very close to doing so. First down on the 49, on Houston's 49. And the Ravens will enter kneeling formation as we await the end of this game. We've got Seattle versus Chicago coming up later today. That's going to be 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific. Our primetime, Tuesday night primetime showdown here on ULTRASPORT. While it is Christmas Eve, it is still a Tuesday, and we're going to adhere to tradition as we see the Ravens run out the clock. This is going to be a real play. And breaking away now is Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson up to the 11. And the Ravens maybe want to rub it in. Not really in the Christmas spirit, but this is the NFL. Field goal maybe. No, they're going to kneel. Running out the clock. Looks like this is going to be all. The final score here at NRG Stadium. Baltimore 13, Houston 7. We hope to see you later from Soldier Field, where the snow will be covering everything. Seattle versus Chicago coming up later. We'll see you then.